Hello, welcome back to episode 3. We're gonna talk to Sentius again.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Olof, and we've had this conversation before.
We have?
Yes.
Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time.
Oh, he mentioned this the very first time, I think.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only
Yeah.
I assume we
Oh,
failed.
look, he knows a lot about all of this.
You have to start over. Is that about right?
Yeah.
If so, what happened?
I mean, the wrong person won the election. That's what happened.
I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered.
Like, why does he know so much more than
Next
everybody
time.
else?
Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason.
We talk about who's going to break the golden rule. I mean, we know who it is. I was hoping to ask you some questions about my investigation. So story, way out of here. Okay, did we ask him all of this? I don't remember.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
But the Curie, I think, is like a captain or something.
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire.
So this is the same
Unfortunately,
incident
the crowd sent
again.
my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its
So
footing
did
by the water's
everybody
edge.
die
The
in
next
that
thing
incident?
I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far
With
from
our
here
head now.
in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest. I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation.
7
for
months
another
ago.
election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. Very well.
I'd like you to release Julie. I mean, he's not gonna do that, but we can ask anyway.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question,
Why?
I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford.
I don't think he is.
Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have
So
been.
what? What exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his
Law of the 12
deformities.
tables.
Here we see to it that he has food, water and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else? Ask them.
If I did this, will head me back to my own time.
If I understand Prosperina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
I think so.
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
No.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
So, like, who did we need to talk to? Was it like what I'm afraid of here is that we're gonna run out of time again, like we
If
did.
you're snooping around in my possessions, you're wasting your time.
I can't snoop. Not from Scintilla. Scintilla to Centius. May Jupiter, Optimus, Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and your lovely birthday pendant. I promise will wear it always. Scintilla is the youngest sister that is like that has disappeared, I think. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Scintilla as my sister. I sense I've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can just show them the strong and dependable man now you to be, you will be re-elected, I'm sure of it. Scintilla expresses gratitude to Centius for adopting her. So is she adopted, but the other sister is his real daughter? Could it be like some jealousy thing with that? And he followed me. You wanna talk anymore?
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
Okay. Look at this. Where is he going? It's here.
Are they?
So I think we need to talk to at least Galerius. What's this place? Priestess. Octavius chest. Read. Look at this. Not to Octavia. An anonymous friend to Octavia. May the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person. But if I'm right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there are a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first fork, and again at the second. Caves behind the theater. And then 2 rights. Kiar. Like, maybe we can actually steal stuff as long as nobody sees us, or if there isn't like a statue nearby. But, I mean, there's a statue here. This one is gonna see everything. But there's a thing there. Like a... all these rope things. A sculpture of Minerva, the Roman goddess of strategy. Ah, there's nothing here. I think we have to hurry up here and talk to Galerius. She will guide you. Who is she? Who's this? Oh, is this a princess?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Degenerate mind.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?" The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself
She
and
seems
ask
nice.
whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
How did you end up here?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
I'm not sure either. A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here. I mean, I mentioned before that I'm like suspicious that this is like the afterlife. This is like Tartarus, and that river that they had like, that you have to cross to get over to the afterlife, like the river Styx or whatever. Okay, I don't know like how to pronounce it, but that character that does that, like, with the boat and everything, like Charon, like Charon or whatever. Is that a play on that with Karen? You know? That's like, that was the first thing that I was thinking. Like, it's so suspicious.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
Yeah, it did seem very odd, because it made me think of that character. It's an older name, but not uncommon where I'm from. It carries negative connotations. I mean, I think I see where this is going.
You do? Well then, have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you
Like,
should.
am I right with this?
Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns. I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
I may have already noticed a pattern. Yeah, I think so.
You have? Then what is it?
Ask coincidence about your stories to identify at least 3 common threads. Telequidia, some people mentioned the river. Yeah. Memory lapse. Yeah, and in that river Styx, like, you get like a memory wipe when you cross it. I think that was the whole thing. Some people mentioned the river, some people mentioned memory lapses. And I can't read the training on the river back. Like, am I fucking right with all this? Like, I have all the answers here.
Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by
Yeah.
a river current. What else?
Memory lapses.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
And this with a riverbank thing.
Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier, you met a young woman
Yeah.
in the forest named Karen, yes?
That's right.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
Was she? That I don't remember actually. She may have been. She was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that? So, like, am I fucking right with this?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Right.
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Is this too close?
You have to do something.
What?
A man arrived in the baths.
Hey, Virgil,
Nasty sort,
how much would
with
you
his
want to make
face
me a
all
bath?
covered up.
For the
And he's
last
got a
time,
weapon.
Daces. I'm not
Please,
begging
go and
you
stop him,
about.
and come back to
Why?
me once we're no longer in
know
danger.
why.
What the fuck is going on?
Against someone else with a weapon.
What is going on now?
We all went along.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
I don't have a weapon.
Do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
This will prioritize the new quest, showing its objective marks only. How? I don't have a weapon. Wait, who are you?
Fabia, but now's not the time. Are you going to help or not? None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
Oh my god. I get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Maybe we shouldn't meet in there. I mean, does this matter? What the fuck? So that is the empty shrine.
The shrine is collapsing!
Wow. So that was the wrong choice. Wow. Like, I have no idea what's going on here. And we're gonna fuck up with the election again. We're gonna lose it again once we don't have time to... And here we are. And we're gonna die here.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius.
I have no idea who that is. I don't know what... Quinctius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or
Oh my God.
obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through
Like,
your
how the fuck did you get
Is
here?
that understood?
How did you get into the city? God, I swear I wasn't lying.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
I have no idea myself. None. I have no idea what's going on here. We are a small community of strangers who would wound up here by accident. Why don't you put that power down and you can come in and see for yourself? There's no way he will do that. He's not gonna put his weapon down.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait, what's a mystery cult? You got the wrong idea. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
Leave if we won't lie. Well, yes. It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out. I mean, that is sort of true. Like, if you pick this, like maybe we could send him on like a wild goose chase for an exit, and that will get him killed. Like the assassin. Could that work?
Threatening me is not going to
I'm not
help
threatening you.
But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
Yes, because it's true. It's not a mantra, it's a warning. Ah, this is so tough.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense.
Damn it.
Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
You can have the statues. You can take them with you if you can carry them. Who wants people who return to gold as punishment? Yeah, and he's gonna think we're fucking crazy when we say this.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
We didn't turn them into gold. God did it, and we don't know which one. We're distorting what I said.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice.
He's gonna fucking kill me here.
Cultists.
He's gonna kill me.
No doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius
I don't even know who it is.
Do not waste it.
Let alone like where he is. I have no idea who or where he is exactly. What can you tell me about Quinctius? What is it going to take for you to let this go? Gold, take all the gold you want. I wouldn't have you even if I did know who he is. Well, let's ask this and maybe get something out of this scenario at least. Some information.
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Wait a minute. Like, maybe he is some of these people that are here, but he's like a changed his name or something. Could it be Silentius or whatever his name is? Okay, all this insert. Perhaps Emperor was looking for a scapegoat. It only means he did it. What do you know? He said fight wrong. I mean, these like class options that you get once in a while, are they always like better than the other options? I have no idea.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says?
I didn't like that, of course.
Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance.
Oh my god,
Are you going to
it's
tell
over.
me where he is or not?
Yeah, we're dead here.
Then you're
Yeah.
of no use to
Well,
me. Do you have any last words?
last time I am not a cultist. You said you wouldn't kill me if I told you the truth. This is scratch, you're an idiot. If you fire that arrow, everyone here is going to die. Currently, what you're in for? Do you? Wow. I mean, for the last time, I'm not a cultist. He's not gonna believe that. Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. And obviously that is not a good thing to say. You said you wouldn't kill me if I told you the truth. Maybe that option, but probably not. He's not gonna believe me anyway. If you fire that arrow, everyone here is going to die. He's not gonna believe that either. Because he's just gonna say, oh, there's some more cult stuff. You have no idea what you're in for. Do you? I mean, that is like a weird threat, because we don't have anything to threaten him with. But maybe that like will take him off guard. I think we're fucked here, like, no matter what we pick. But let's go with this strange option.
As a matter of fact, I do. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates.
Then we fucked it
and
either
I
way.
can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
Well, this is GG, yeah.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Are we dead? Are we dead? I don't want to turn around if he's following. Did we die? I guess we died. Oh, this is so creepy. Wow. Everything is just going terrible. I haven't saved like in forever, by the way, but there are other saves, luckily. Well, we're back to square one. Back to square one. We didn't even get a chance to get, or try to get Galerius to win the election. Well, this is the third time.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Oh, what? I'm Olof and I got close to lie. I mean, we haven't tried it. Should we try that? Let's try that.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now?
I guess not.
But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
All right, friend. Suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
And we got an achievement, I think. I heard it popping up, but I can't see it. Well, I wonder if
Fortune smile on you, brother.
if we go like do the same thing that we did and go where the assassin was, if he's gonna be there again. Probably right.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
What? Oh, this is the slums. Move it! I'll try to help you.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out.
Let's see if we can hit on this later again and do better.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
Come on.
Imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
What? This again? You recognize me?
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit.
Look.
I'm Aurelia. And I hope I'm not being too forward, but...
She's remembering me?
I laid eyes on you. I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've
No,
never
I don't think
seen
she does.
before. A certain learning and sophistication.
I mean, this didn't work. She really didn't like that. Stop it. No, please, go on.
What was that? Some kind of joke?
She didn't like... She doesn't like anything.
I take back what I said.
Wow.
Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what
She's
brings
very
you to
difficult.
my tavern?
I'll be going.
All right. See ya.
Nobody's here. Wait a minute here. Who was it that mentioned like it was the assassin that said like the person that he was looking for had like different colored eyes, right? Like a blue and a green eye. Let's see if that is that Silentius? It could be him.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you? What is it, citizen?
I don't know really. Not magistrate.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested. All right?
Magistrate Sentius. Do you have different colored eyes?
We're finally alone.
No, he doesn't.
I assume you already know who I am.
So it's not him.
May I know your name? We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time.
Yeah, like
to bring you here. I must have
skip all this. I had this conversation too in a hurry.
Seems rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
I don't know. Can we talk about who's going to break the golden road? Do you know way out of here? I haven't asked these questions.
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
What I wonder here is, if we find a person that has like, different colored eyes, and then we go back to the place where we found the assassin, would we get like a different dialogue option to tell him who that person is that he was looking for? Like with possibly like a strange name or whatever. Could that work?
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Like, this is difficult. I don't think we're gonna go like assassin path again. I think we're gonna try to find Galerius.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
And see if he will try to win the election, because that's like the most important thing. Have we been here? This. Oh, isn't this just the portal place? Oh, look at this. And of course there's a statue here. That's a lot of money. What is... I don't think we've been here. Huh. This is the beginning. Uh-oh.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you.
Mm-hmm. Like, where is Galerius? Oh, look at this. Not from Kabash. Somewhere a dream diary from Kabash in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Kaji. Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having. She said in my help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Caddy and told me he'd dragged me from the river. He seemed to smoke as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I can't for the life of me remember where I heard it. I don't think I will sleep soundly again until I know who is Caddy. Like, there's so many people that was on that list that we saw, like the civilians list, that we haven't even met or seen. Like, a lot of them. I don't think we have seen even half of the people on that list. But we need to find Galerius here. If it listens with their ears. I mean, that has to be like just referring to the statues. But I was on like thinking it could be like everybody, you know, that all of the people that are here like are possessed by this god or whatever, and like they're all speaking through that god, you know. That was what I was thinking for a while, but maybe it just is like the statues. And this one, like, wait a minute. Is this guy actually the assassin? Because he wanted a bow. And maybe...
How much one of these statues is worth on the outside?
How much?
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
And he has the same eye color on both eyes.
Very well. Another time.
Like, it could be Galerius. Look at this. Oh, this woman again. I mean, is there a point to go here again? Because we don't know who that person is yet. We're just gonna die again. Sinner. We haven't talked to him.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to our little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Well, actually, I kind of do. Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines, they're constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us.
I mean, that has to be the statues, right? And we have been able to talk a little bit with some of the statues, like just a very little bit. Tell me about the city's architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Wait a minute here. Is that the temple that we found a key for? We found a key, I think in the last episode. Like in a chest somewhere, in the slums. But of course we didn't take it. Because, I mean, if you take it, we're just gonna lose, right? I kind of want to try to see what happens if we stole it. Because that may be the key to this important temple. Maybe. That is something that we could try.
Of course. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
Yeah.
I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
It's kind of weird. I think so, yes.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
How do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some
well.
thought.
I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess,
I wonder if
I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
If you could actually like compare the handwriting of the different notes in the game, and like find out who it was that way, you know, because some of the notes has that have written like who it was written by, and some don't. Cultists.
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's
I mean, if I can read the notes, we can see if the handwriting is...
I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Let's see what I can do. Ask the merchants in a forum for clues about what is secret admirer. I mean, this is a lead at least.
Come back and let me know what you find.
But the thing is, like when we go to the magistrate and he is like asking, like, or we can like tell him if we suspect who the person is that is gonna like break the golden rule and all of that. I mean, we know who it is, right? It is like the one who won the election, like M something. But can it be like more than one? You know? Like, there's so many things that I don't understand about this game. Shovel. accusatory note. Oh, we can read it. Well, they may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at that again. Let's see if we can remember this handwriting. And if it looks similar to some other note where we have like a name. Probably not. Oh, there's more than one. I know who you are, what you want. Turn away from this pet before we all suffer for your sins. Oh, we can't go this way. Or can we? No, that's gonna trigger the assassin event, I think. And there's a priestess. Who's this again? This is... Ratius. I mean, where is Galerius? Where is he? And where is, like, I can't even find my way back to that, like, with the prison. What's this? Oh, this thing. And oh, what's this? She died, right? Yeah. But wait a minute, is she alive?
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cubulatus Decius won't give it to me. It's too late. She just slipped away. No, now's fine. I can't afford to wallow here. And I need the distraction. What's on your mind?
Didn't we ask her all this? I thought we asked her. I keep hearing the status whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Navia, and she went a little mad.
Forget I said anything.
Anything about what?
Can we talk about Julia?
Sure.
Who's that?
What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted? Like, the first time we did this, like, talk to this character, I don't think we got any of these dialogue options. Like, I think I exhausted all the options that we had. Or, like, maybe I didn't. I don't even know.
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have...
I mean, because all this is new.
And so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Hemlock, I believe.
Hemlock? Is there any reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus' villa, and they are quite secretive.
That is very sus.
Gladly. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we
Wait,
are worse
this
off
is
because
this
we
is a
can't
snake
take
too?
the law into our own hands.
But wasn't... No, wait a minute here, like, who is Decius? That is like the gladiator, right?
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic.
What?
I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
It's very strange that there's so many people that has just like disappeared here. Like, did they actually manage to escape from this place? I mean, they must have, right? Because if somebody like murdered them, that would have brought the whole place down. Like, how else would you explain that?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke. And the streets were full of people.
It seems like
trampling
the
each other.
vast majority of the people that are here now,
like everyone else,
they were involved
and
with
left
this,
in.
in this fire
The next thing I remember, I was
incident.
waking up on a riverbank. Not far
Whether
from
they
here.
died or not, they were involved in that. I don't think like everybody, but most of them for sure.
It's alright. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking
And like
about.
another thing,
The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only
look
hope
at
I
this.
have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
like I thought like in the beginning that everybody was like immortal in this place, weren't they? But it seems like they get diseases and everything. I'm so confused. Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and
I think I know who it
lashing out.
is. Rufus,
and you know
right?
what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Should we do that? Let's do that. That seems interesting.
Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Wish Nevia in the palace. So she knows for a fact that she's there? Because like in the beginning she just said that she had disappeared, right? And then she says that she is there. Like she knows exactly where she is. Oh, well, now we have like 2 markers here. Why do we have 2 markers? What? Well, we're gonna have to end it here, boss, so that could be over time. Unfortunately. So if you like this, please leave a like and a comment, subscribe if you will. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.